Hello everyone, welcome in. Thanks for being here. My name's Laura and this is the preview video for Friday's live sale. It'll start at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Central or 3 p.m. Pacific, and I do start on time. I'll show some sun catchers, which will be the first thing up, and then I'll take you back to the jewelry room and go over how I run a sale. Okay, and yes, I have done a major, what do I want to call this? A remodel. I am actually starting to set my booth up for farmers market. I sent a huge check yesterday. I decided to pay for the entire season. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to do 2 tables and a wicker or 2 wickers and 1 table. And I'm kind of laying everything out. It's disastrous looking now, but I will show you when I'm all finished. And when I get back to the jewelry room, I'm going to tell you something else that could be exciting. Okay, so first up, this is a glass butterfly, and the metal is kind of a coppery color, and 3 strands. This one is 21 inches long. All of the sun catchers end with the as for crystals that have the AB coating. It's very cloudy here in Nebraska today, but these will give you rainbows. So this one is 21 inches long. Here's what the back side looks like. And I'm going to do a start bid of $20. If nobody else comes in, you know, it would be a buy it now for 20. But if more than one person comes in, because I cannot replicate this beautiful butterfly. Okay, next up is a beautiful antique fork. I did not want to use this for a reindeer, so I did a 4-prong sun catcher. 4 strands, each one, of course, different lengths. You get more rainbows, and you have 4 different color of butterflies. I decided to do front and back because I used a spoon bowl, a demo test spoon bowl that's been flattened and drilled to create this into a butterfly link. And I wanted to elevate by having butterflies on both sides. So this one is 18 inches long. I made this last night and I had a blast. $24. I'm going to try to make another one before tomorrow night's sale. I have everything laid out to get that done. Okay, then the next 4-prong fork, it's too pretty. It just wasn't the right style for a deer, a Rudolph. Again, this is 4 strands, and I used up the last of the metal butterflies. And they are just kind of a lightweight metal. They have a metallic look to the paint. Here's the back side, just so you know. And they're pierced. So you have 2 larger butterflies, and you have 4 of the as for crystals. Cannot replicate this. It's going to be a start bid of $22, 21.75 inches long. Next up is an old frame. I made a small, this is one of the very small angels. This is a smaller face than what you're used to seeing. I think it's 10 millimeter with a little bell. The dinger, it didn't work. The dinger was hitting the frame, so I did remove the dinger. But you have this angel in frame. And I kept it simple. I kept it short. It's 14 3/4 of an inch long. And this is $10. $10 on that one. Then I was in kind of a frame mind last night. I have these vintage kind of gold tone. And you can see they are not perfect. But I thought actually that it really kind of added to the old vintage antique looking. They are pierced. I added 3 strands because of the size of these. You can kind of see the size. These are nice and big. 21 inches long. 21 inches long. I did make 2 of them. So they are going to be $24, 21 inches long. I have no idea what I just said. Okay, so I'm going to pause you and take you back to the jewelry room. I will show you though, this is how I'm going to display the birthstone angels. Then I'm going to put the bracelets down here. This is where necklaces and pendants will go. This is just here because I haven't decided if I'm going to use 2 wicker shelves in one table or whatnot. I actually liked it better with the 2 wicker shelves. So, but this is how I'm going to display the spoon magnets. If anybody wants to see spoon magnets, I will show them tomorrow night. I have a few of the larger wind chimes out. Too heavy to ship. I'm going to be hanging deer ornaments here on this rack, and angels will be going on this rack. Like I said, everything is just, I'll just show you my mess. Make you feel better about yourself. It's a mess. All right, I'm going to pause you now. Okay, back. All right, so I did kind of make a little bulleted cheat sheet for me to read about how I run the sales. I'm sorry if that's boring, but the reason I'm going to do it this way with this piece of paper is my attempt to be a better seller. Sometimes I forget to say something, and then I realize it when something happens during claims, and I thought this really is my fault because I didn't explain it fully. So as always, welcome in. Everyone is welcome equally. My number one ask is to be kind in chat, even to those who shouldn't be here. Trust me, I will take care of them. I am modding from YouTube, so I can hide anyone. Antagonizing a troll, it can cause them to come after me. So I kind of want to avoid feeding into those types. And I appreciate you guys protecting me and the others in chat. But the less we say to them, the bigger chance that they will just move on and not come back. Okay, my next ask really is to only claim an item if you intend to pay. I realize things come up afterwards, so just message me if that's the case. But you're welcome to come into the chat and say hello to everyone. The people I know, I turn blue, so you're welcome to go check out their channels. There's never ever an obligation to claim anything. Just come in, and hopefully I can keep it a safe space and we'll have some fun. I always get really excited when I see people come into the chat. I know you guys can hear it in my voice. I get really excited that you're there. Okay, so shipping, I ship from Nebraska, pet-free, smoke-free, but I use flat rate shipping. It makes the process quicker for me when it gets to the invoicing. If you just get jewelry or small items, shipping is a flat $5. A little bit larger items, like something that has to go into a box, like the angel bells, they have to go into a box or they could get crushed. That might be $6. I don't even have anything large enough for this sale, but sometimes I have larger items that are heavier, larger, require lots of bubble wrap. I like to cap those at $8. Okay, so invoices will go out Saturday through PayPal. Payment is due by the end of Monday. If you're unable to pay by the end of Monday, please wait for the next sale. And this is not on my little cheat sheet, but it does remind me, Farmers Market will be starting in June. It's a little bit later of a market. It's a very small, they say about 34 vendors, indoor, outdoor. I'm indoors. Why am I telling you all this? If I can make it work, if I can get Wi-Fi signal from my phone, I will go live each Sunday morning. Let's see, what time do they start? Oh, 10 o'clock Central. The market starts at 10 a.m. Central Time, whatever time that is for you. My goal is to get set up early and maybe go live 20 minutes before, let's say 9:30. If I can get set up and go live around 9:30, I'm not going to promise to be perfectly punctual. I may be talking to somebody, maybe there was a delay unloading, I don't know. But 9:40ish, I will go live from my phone and show you all the things in the booth. Most of them are going to be things you've seen before anyway, because I bring them to the live sale first. But you will get to see my setup. You might meet some of my neighbors. You will definitely get to meet the owner of the mill, and boy, is she fantastic. Sometimes we have farm animals. I might take you around and show you that. But I will also let you claim things from my booth. I will just kind of go over my booth. If anybody wants to hop in and claim anything, I will take it off the table with your name on it and then send the invoice when I get home later that day. Hopefully I can make that work. I think it will be kind of fun. It's a historical landmark, is the location. So there is some fun facts about it. Also, some of the people, really fun characters. So you'll probably get to meet some of them. Okay. As I'm presenting things, each buy it now item will be given a number. And if you want to claim it, please use the number. And I do forget to say that, and it's my fault. I take all the responsibility for forgetting to remind people that we're going to use the claim number. Now, I don't give the number when I immediately start showing something. I like to give enough details so that everyone has enough information to make an informed decision. Not everybody is able to watch the preview. So I will give some information and then I will give it the number. And again, I'm modding from YouTube, so I will look for the first claim after I say that. Okay. For auction items, sometimes things are auctions. If it's something I definitely cannot replicate and there's more than one person is showing interest, I do that mostly because my faithful customers want me to do that. They want to have a chance. So they will be a starting bid. And on starting bids, that's when you would type the price. And I will remind you of that when there's something that's starting as an auction. Okay, sometimes a buy it now will turn into an auction, really at the request of my beautiful customers. So, if it starts out as a buy it now, you're going to use the number, and then I will let you know if more than one person is coming in or we're going to go to an auction. I know sometimes that may not seem like you want it to go. But I get so many emails after a sale saying, can you make another one? Can you make another one? And I do if I can. But sometimes the parts are just not available, or they're not available at a price I could do it like that again. A lot of my supplies are supplies I've had on hand for decades. And some of my supplies are just, I got lucky. And at the very end, I am going to take you back to my laptop to show you what I was able to source 2 days ago. And boy, did I get lucky. It will not be here in time, scheduled to be here Monday. And I am going to let you guys add on to this invoice or wait for the next invoice. Either way, there's enough, I think, to go around. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get started. Okay, so since I usually show ornaments first, I did have these out. These were shown last week. But I do have more. The angel bell ornaments. These do have their little dinger in there. And I used the larger face, so it's a 14 millimeter AB check glass face. And the halo also has the AB coating. They are $6 each. I have 25. I have 25 of them. Okay, so and they're 2 3/4 inches long. 2 3/4 inches long. I did not include the hook in the measurement, but you will get a hook. All of my ornaments will come with a hook. Okay, now some spoon ornaments. Now this is an example of something that I cannot replicate, but I also don't take bids because I will do more sometime in the future. They just won't be exact. I don't want one person to pay more for a spoon ornament, a fancy spoon bowl ornament, and then I just want to be as fair as I possibly can. So for this sale, I do have 2 that are ready. $6. This has this beautiful scalloped edge. And the AB S4s, 5.25 inches long. That does not include the hook, but you will get a hook. $6. And I have 1. And then I have a pierced, this was a berry spoon. It is pierced, it's scalloped and pierced. It's very pretty. 5.25 inches long, $6. There's just the one. I do have two more very, very fancy ones, but I couldn't make them until they first, I can't cut the spoon bowl off until I know what size ring it's going to be. So there's a hold on those. So there are definitely more coming in the future. Okay, I have a little note here. My friend Gina, I just got an email from her. She was going to do a sale on somebody else's channel, change of plans. And I know Gina probably isn't going to have time to watch this preview. I'm sure she's getting ready for her sale in a few hours. But Gina's Glass and Glam Galore has had a last minute change of plans. She will be doing her live sale on her channel. And it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will be over there modding. So that was another thing that changed my plans for today. So I will do the best I can to get some things, more things made. But Easter, I took a couple days off. I took Saturday and Sunday off. And then Tuesday, my son and I attacked the yard. And so I've been busy, but hasn't all been work related. Okay, so I have some sterling. Now, that's what's going to come next. Whatever time that is to do the sun catchers and the ornaments. Then we're going to move into all sterling. And at the end, there will be some silver plated items. If you guys have requests, especially from things that you've seen before, I have them all ready to present. So if you have requests, pop it down in the comments here so I can be prepared. Or if you're at the live, you can make your request. And that reminds me, I did get an email, a request for 2 spoon rings to match different sizes. And the answer is yes, but I do hope to get back to you. Okay, so this spoon is sterling. I want you to see the sterling mark. Oh, I guess I had it. There it is, sterling, but I did have it the correct way. Sterling, SSMC, which is abbreviation for Sterling Silver Manufacturing Company. Okay, I looked it up. It's for real. 1900, it's called Carlton with a K, number 1. Many old patterns did just get a number. They didn't actually have, they would call it, well, this one does have a name, Carlton, and it's number 1. Okay, so this is sterling. This is about the size of a 5 o'clock spoon. And look at the fancy bowl on there. I'm going to turn that bowl into a pendant for the next sale. After I know what I'm doing with this, I will turn this into a pendant. I am going to patina this a little more so those flowers really pop out. But that's going to be a sterling pendant. Eventually, it will not have the mark. Okay, so what we can do with this one. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, this can be a band spoon ring or a bypass spoon ring, either one. For the band, I can do size 6 through 13. It would be 11/16 inches wide. Or the bypass could be size 6 through 7, and it would be almost an inch wide, a little bit less than an inch wide on this one. And this will be a starting bid, as all the sterling is, one of a kind sterling, starting bid of $44 on that one. Then this is very old. This could be my oldest one. I actually think I have one that might be a little older. This is 1892. I actually have something from 1890. I'm going to show at the very end. This is 1892. Not exactly the beaded millgrain edge, but this does have this like scalloped edge. It's just beautiful. A Stowell sterling, Mazarin, Mazarin. It is marked sterling. I hope you guys can see this. My alarm goes off. I'm going to have to end this. Let's see. It is marked sterling. Yeah, right here. Okay, so you can see where the sterling mark is. The band will not have the sterling mark, but I can do a band size 6 through 15, 11/16, same size. This is about a 5 o'clock spoon, y'all. Smaller than a teaspoon, but bigger than Demitas. The bypass, which goes once and a half around, 7 through 9, size 7 through 9, almost an inch. Again, it'll be a starting bid of $44. So there's that. I don't make the sterling rings ahead of time normally. I do want to know, that gives you more options to pick your size and your style. Okay, this one is from 1950. It's International Sterling. International Sterling. I looked it up to confirm. It is sterling. The years 1950 through 1996. Brocade. This is an infant feeding spoon, so it has a nice, narrow, long handle. There's a monogram on the inside. Doesn't bother me, but it is there, and there's your pattern name. Okay, so this can do a band. This is just over a half of an inch. Just over a half an inch. Size 6 through 15. The bypass would be about 3/4 of an inch, which is pretty narrow for a bypass. Size 7 through 13, because you have this long handle. 7 through 13, and that will be a starting bid of $44. Here's another one. This is a little, I've never done anything like this before. Okay, this is sterling. It's marked sterling. It's Kleppa Arts, Holland. So this is a Holland souvenir spoon that was marked sterling. I will show you the mark. It's on there still. So I was able to make this ahead of time. It's a saddle ring. I was really excited about this one. Do I have it upside down? No. There's your sterling mark. This is why I left this piece on, so that the ring would still have its sterling mark. And it's a nice saddle ring. 13/16, so it's a narrower saddle ring souvenir spoon. Okay, so this one is going to be, well, right now it's at 10.25. I could probably go a little bigger. I really can't not get it smaller. It just doesn't look right here if I go smaller. So 10.25 or a little bigger. I'm going to start this one. This is going to be a bargain, $24. 6 grams of sterling silver. I'm going to start that at $24. It's not perfect. Okay, it's not perfect. But I love wearing my saddle rings. Okay. All right, let's get into the Rose Point from 1934, Future Antique. I did do a claim it now, claim it early video. So I'll go over this kind of quick. Now this is sterling silver, Rose Point by Wallace. This is going to be the band ring. It is pierced. The designer wanted it to look like a rose pattern needlework. 3/4 of an inch wide. This one is made from an iced teaspoon. And because I have a whole set, we're just doing buy it now, $44. There were 8 iced teaspoons. A couple have already been claimed. So there's still plenty to go around. $44 on that. It will not have its sterling mark because the sterling mark was left on the spoon bowl. Okay. All right, there's that. Now, same pattern, a bypass ring. The bypass ring was made from a teaspoon, so I will show you the mark. It will retain its mark. It is very chunky, which I will show you. So size 7 through 13, 7/8 of an inch wide, $44. There were 16 teaspoons, so some of those will have to be used for bracelets, I'm sure. There's the little R. I don't know if it's focusing, but this is where your sterling mark is. It should be saying Wallace, then their little mark, and then sterling. And It is pierced. There is that. $44. I'm sure I have enough for everyone. Okay, now the rest of the iced teaspoons are very long, lots of handle. So the rest of the handle, I did make one thin, narrow bypass ring. Size 7 through 9. Right now it's about a 7 3/4. It's a little tight on my 8. So I can adjust this between 7 and 9. Now at the moment, I'm only going to say I have one because I have to make more of the band rings to know the size. I'll do my best to accommodate anybody who wants one. Now, this piece is going to have your sterling mark. Here it is. It is going to be marked. And it's right. Sorry, you guys, I've been working. I've been gluing, polishing, smoothing spoons and doing yard work. So it is what it is today. I have to leave in a few minutes to pick a kiddo up from school. So there's your Wallace and your sterling. It was either this or no or no preview. This one, I will do this for $24 because I'm able to use the rest of the spoon. So $24, and yep, you heard me just write it right now. Some things like I don't price in the beginning. Okay, the bracelet. Here's a bracelet. The bracelet, now this one was used forks. I used dinner forks, so it is wider than the ring. More substantial than the ring. And there were 8 dinner forks. One bracelet, and this one have already been claimed, but the bracelets will be $88. Smaller sizes I will use like the salad forks. A couple more dinner forks for the larger sizes. So I did do a little research on pricing for sterling silver bracelets, and this is a very good price for what I was able to find. They are much higher. And I mean, they were pretty patterns, but $88. I will need your snug wrist measurement, and then I add in the wiggle room. So if you want it extra roomy, you can tell me you want extra room. My wrist is 6 3/4, and this bracelet is a 1/2 inch bigger. So there's lots of wiggle room for this one. This is almost too big for me. 1/2 inch is going to fit you really good. But this is also showing the stainless steel lobster claw clasp. I also have magnets. It's your choice. Yep, so get those snug wrist measurements. It will really help me out so I'll know which pieces to pull if you make a claim. Okay, there's that one. Now, we'll move on to a lot of silverware has been coming in. I did get another lot of silverware. The lot had many old and ornate pieces, but one of each one. So I did not make anything ahead of time. This stuff is just in my way. Okay, so we have a berry or sugar spoon. This will eventually be turned into an ornament. But I do need to know what I'm doing with the handle first. Okay, so 1893, Columbia. It's an 1847 Roger Brothers. Very ornate along the entire handle, even the backside. Beautiful. Love this one. Okay, I can do a band, spoon ring. 7 through 15 is the size. It's 11/16 of an inch wide. And the bypass could be 7 through 11, and it would be 7/8 of an inches wide. Those are approximate measurements. And this is going to be a $15 start. If more than one person comes in, don't worry. If more than one person comes in, let's establish who the winner is, and then you can tell me if you want bypass, band, and then what size. So get your claim in first. This will be a start, $15. So it won't have a number. It'll just be a starting bid of $15. I have one. You could get another one, but not for the price I paid by buying the whole lot. Okay, this is $18.96 Winthrop. This is a Gorham piece. It is an hors d'oeuvre fork. Nice long narrow handle. There is a monogram on the back side. The inside, nobody's going to see it. Okay, so although wouldn't it be funny if somebody thought you took it from the hotel? Oh. It can be a band size 7 through 15, 1/2 inch wide. It's very narrow. Bypass 7 through 15. I can go all the way up to 15 even on the bypass because it's a long handle. 3/4 of an inch wide. $15 start. $15 start on that. And look at that beautiful beaded edge too. That's a nice, simple ring. I like to mix up my styles, and when I go through my rings, I put things together. I think that even though they're completely different patterns, the styles look cool together. All right, this piece, I loved this. I love the pattern. Oh, it's just so elegant. And yes, it's monogrammed. KW. I feel like that's, a fairly common monogram, a fairly common initials, but personally, it wouldn't even bother me. I'm an LM, and I would wear this in a heartbeat. 1890. Okay, so this is the oldest one, but I'm going to show you some that old again. Ermini, Ermini. It's by Pearpoint Manufacturing Company. It is silver plate. Okay, so I can do a band. Bypass, it's going to get really awkward up here. So I can do a band, 8 through 15, size 8 through 15. $15 would be the starting bid. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And I don't know if you can see how sleek this is. I love it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Carlton, 1898. Like I said, this lot was ornate old spoons. This is by William and Rogers. You have some of the mill grain edge, those little beads there. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The band, I can do 7 through 13. It is 11/16 inches wide. Bypass would be 7 through 13, almost an inch wide on the bypass. I'm going to do a $15 start on this one. You can see William A. Rogers. Yeah, I only have the one. Okay, I'm going to be very busy after this sale, having to create a lot of items. But that's okay. My next sale will be at least 2 weeks. It won't be the very following week. It'll definitely be at least 2 weeks from tomorrow. So, okay, Grand Elegance. This spoon had some damage further down the handle, so I cut that part off. I made a nice narrow band. It is currently a size 7. I can go up to an 8. There it is. 7/16 inches wide, so less than a half of an inch. And this one is $15. $15 on this one. And I was going to see if I couldn't match up something to try to illustrate my point, how like when I put rings on, like I would wear these two together. Both have a little bit of small flowers, lots of empty space. They look good together, even though they're definitely not the same. 1959 to 1892 is quite a wide span of time from when they were made, but sometimes I do like to do that. Okay, so next up is, again, something extremely unique. What did this come off of? This, I think this was a souvenir spoon. I turned it into a saddle ring, but I thought the handle was very interesting. And it was so short, I was able to make a small saddle ring. And I know sometimes people get left out because the saddle rings are too big. This is currently a size 8, just shy of 1 inch wide. It's 15/16 of an inch wide. $15. I can go up in size a little bit. I don't think I can go smaller, but I can go a little bigger. It'd be best to keep it as an 8 aesthetically, but we'll see what somebody wants. So I wrote down $15 for that. So, and I don't argue with my notes. $15. And then also in that lot, you guys have not seen me bring these. I have had this pattern in the past, and what this is a Sweden Demitasse spoon. It is part of a multi-motif where they have an array of different flowers, Demitasse size, so half of an inch wide, a little bit less than half of an inch actually. This is the sunflower one. Eventually I'll get the full set and bring everything to you, but I haven't shown these to you yet. This is new to you from me anyway. So it is currently an 8. I can go up to 9.5 on that. Oh, which reminds me, I did want to show you, I'm going to back up quick and show you how chunky. This is the Sterling Wallace set, the rose point, and I said it was very chunky. I just want you to see it is a lot of silver. If you don't like chunky, this might not be the one for you. So I did want to show you that. Okay, one more ring. Nope, more than one more. This one's already made though. Okay, this one pattern is named Heritage. I don't know why I don't have the rest of it. I don't even know where this, to be honest, I don't even know where I got this. Going through stuff, this is what happens. 1953. I love this bypass. You got flowers on both ends. It is currently size 7, 5/8 of an inch wide, which is very narrow for a bypass. It's going to be $15. If it's currently a 7, I can go up or down just a little bit, but I love the way those two are nestled just like that. It's fantastic as a size 7, but I will work with you a little bit on the size. The spoon is really the boss though. So, okay, there's that. A couple more items. I will try to get more things made, y'all. I'll try. I want to get that other 4-pronged fork ready, but wait till I get to show you something. I hope y'all are half as excited as I am. I'm beyond excited. I can't wait to show you. It's a first. It's a first. Okay, so this is a K.A. Rasmussen. This is 800 and okay, it's marked. Okay, K.A. Rasmussen, 830S. Now I looked up to make sure that this wasn't silver plated. It is 830 silver. And my alarm is going off, so I've got about a 15-minute cushion because I don't have to go to the post office today. So, okay. 830S, and I looked up K.A. Rasmussen and I looked up the 830S. This, instead of 925 sterling silver, this is 830 parts of silver. So a little bit less silver, but there is silver in it. Look, it's monogrammed with the L. Oh, I suppose I have to dismiss that. It's monogrammed with an L. Look at how the natural curve of the spoon. This thing is saying, I want to be a spoon ring. I want to be a spoon ring. That's what it's saying to me. So, not a bypass though. This will not work as a bypass. It won't work, guys. It has to be a band. Guys and gals, it has to be a band. So 6 through 15, 3/4 of an inch wide. Oh, another one I didn't write the price down on. All right, I'm just going to do it. $24 start, monogrammed L. I can't even tell you how beautiful this is. Oh, I love it. Okay, $24 for the 830 silver. Then the Norsk Monster. The bracelets did sell out. I listed those bad boys that you guys didn't claim. I listed those on Etsy because I didn't even want to wait for the market. They all sold. There was one odd piece because I made an extra pendant. So I had one fork left over. Went ahead and turning it into a pendant. $10, 2¼ inches long. If you want the chain, it's 2 extra. I did get more chain, so I am fully stocked on chains. They are stainless steel ball chains and they can be permanently shortened. So here's the very last piece of Norse Monster in the house. I don't know if I'll ever find this pattern again below the astronomical prices out there. So $10. I cannot in my heart take bids because everybody else paid the lower price. So it is going to be the first person that gets in the chat with whatever number I give that. I just cannot on purpose knowingly charge one person more than another. And I know occasionally it has happened. It wasn't on purpose. Okay. I do try to be fair, but it's just not a perfect world. Anything can happen in a live sale, especially when I'm focused on one thing and something else happens, and I do my best. Okay, sunflowers. I did get a whole nother set of sunflowers, and I always like to turn the butter spreaders into a pendant. So before I list it, I have a sunflower pendant. Is April from 1950. It will be $12. If more than one person wants it, I will make another one because I did get a very large set of silverware. I'm going to pause you and show you what I found 2 days ago. Okay, see the spoon? That's a demitasse size spoon. Now don't even pay attention to the spoon bowl. What I want you to pay attention to is the handle. Now, I previously sold 2 of these as rings. They were sterling, they were marked sterling, but 2 days ago I was the winning, I placed a winning bid. This is on my laptop, so it's all funky. I got 11, 11 demitasse owl spoons, silver plate. I really wanted them, and I bid very aggressive. I don't know how to say it. Somebody else also really wanted them. It went very high, but they're silver plate. I'm going to be bringing them to everybody. The price I'm going to give, because I will, they're supposed to be delivered Monday or Tuesday. If somebody wants to add this to your invoice because you want to save shipping, I will let you claim now, and I would put it on the invoice. If you want to wait till the next sale, they'll be coming both. I'm just thinking of people who maybe don't want to go to the next sale and they want to save shipping. So that's who I'm really talking to at this moment. They're going to be $35 each, and they'll be listed higher on Etsy. But that's for the silver plate owl. You do not need to order them until I get them in stock and you can see them. I'm just thinking of the people who might want this on the same invoice. All right, y'all, I have to run, pick a child up from school, get back home, and see if I can get something made before Gina's sale in just a little bit. Thank you very much. Hopefully I've have my fingers done by tomorrow. If you guys have any questions or comments or really things you might want to see, put them down in the comments of this video so I can be prepared tomorrow. I love you guys. I missed you, and I can't wait to hang out with you tomorrow night. Bye for now.